Glover, you just did a face-off with Jiri. Was that the first time that you had really been around him since your fight in Singapore?
No, I think I met him in Vegas after the fight once, say hi, and like he was have a broken hand or something.
What'd you say up there to him? You said something about he cut his hair.
Yeah, cut your hair, lose your power, man. Because that was like crazy with like the last round finish, That was maybe the hair.
Well, obviously you got the rematch that you had wanted. You had called for. Even Jiri had called for it a few days after. But it felt like it took a while to finally book this fight. Was there any fear that maybe that they would go a different route rather than rebooking this rematch?
No, man. I usually I don't pay attention to. I kind of leave with positive. I was positive the whole time the rematch was gonna happen. I don't let any those thoughts come to my head to be like scared that's not gonna happen or not. Whatever is meant to be will be, and this is it. Here we are with the rematch. Everybody wanted, all the fans wanted, and the UFC, make it happen.
And after your fight, you had said you weren't making excuses, but you did kind of talk about maybe a rough weight cut, the flight to Singapore, and everything like that. Now that it's happening in Las Vegas, do you think that will play a factor in maybe having a better performance, knowing you don't have to fly all the way to Singapore and deal with all that?
Yeah, no doubt about it. The difference, the time difference. So it's like only 2 hours, 3 hours. It make a big difference, already. But like, yeah, the weight cut. Was not hard the way cut, was just the waiting around because the way they did it there, waiting around for 6.5 hours. Later on, I couldn't start. As soon as I start drinking, start throwing up. It was like it take me a while to start eating again and recover. So for sure, in the 5-round fight, that make a difference. I'm not saying it make the different results, it could be the same, but like for sure, a 5-round fight, no doubt that will mess you up, man.
And after the fight, everyone was saying it's like, one of the best fights of the year, maybe the best title fight ever. But Jiri says it's his career worst performance, and he was very critical of himself. So when you hear that this acclaimed fight and he just doesn't like his performance, what's your reaction to that?
Well, let's see in the next fight. That's why we're here to do it again, because I don't believe it. I don't believe him, and that's why we do it again. Let's see.
Was there any hope that this rematch would take place in Rio? He said he didn't want it, but it was offered to him.
Yeah, I was hoping to fight in Rio. We haven't been in a long time, but Vegas is not bad, man. I love Vegas too. Let's go.
And then just a couple more unrelated to your fight, but Frankie Edgar's having his retirement fight on Saturday after a long career. Do you have any memories of watching Frankie or being around him in the UFC at all?
Oh, Frankie, man, he's a legend. He's like, man, the toughest guys around. And I wish nothing but the best for the guy.
And then you're obviously in town for your teammate Alex Pereira when he fights Israel Adesanya. How do you see that fight playing out for him on Saturday?
Alex ready, man. He's sharp and he's conditioned. He's strong. He look amazing, man. He look better than ever. The way he dropping the weight this time, the way he's focused, the discipline that he put for this, he's ready to get that belt. He's ready to be a champion.
Glover, over here, to your right. One thing when we talk about Glover is that you're legendary to come up with a great game plan. You've gone in there, you faced him once. Now game plan, and what can you take from that first fight to make it an even better performance in your second fight?
That fight is just a little adjustment that I have to do, man. The fight went great the way I fought. I was finding the distance, standing up, take him to the ground. Just a little adjustment that I have to do it in the ground because he was sleeping too much. Maybe I was going to submission too much and lose the position a little bit. Talk about little adjustment in my game and finish him in the right time.
And you're in a really unique position as being an elite fighter, but you own a gym. You're a head coach. You have guys like Alex, Wellington Turman, Now Dominic Reyes is coming to your gym. How do you balance being, focusing on your fight that's coming up, but also helping these guys and coaching them?
Just gotta enjoy every moment, man. Enjoy what's coming, and go over there, have fun with the guys. My coach Fanelli helping everybody. I go over there. I get help from everybody. I help some people, but it's just amazing. It's just amazing train. It's like little kids play in the playground, but now with big pros, and we're just having fun. Lots of fun. I love my life the way it's going right now, and it's kind of like a situation that I see. I'm 43 years old, so I know I'm not gonna be doing this for a long time. So it's kind of like that's the only sad part about it,
Yeah. So you have this, at one time it was a small team down in Danbury, but now you got top guys from other teams leaving, coming to your gym. Like, what does that say about what you guys are doing there in Connecticut?
Like I say, things joy, things with joy. It brings. What was it Calvin Costa say? Built and they will come, right? And just doing just doing this the right thing, doing the right thing and have fun, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Just like I'm just having fun and enjoy life. And we have some great fighters out there.
Yeah. My last question is, the co-main event, we have a matchup between Magomed Ankalaev and Jan Blachowicz. They possibly could be the next title challenger, so could be on your radar. Who do you think wins that matchup?
Yeah, I've been asked this question. I don't know. It's a tough fight to say. Jan coming in his A game, he might finish the guy, but Ankalaev, he's a very good counter punch, and I think he's gonna wait. I go with Ankalaev.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Quick question. Right here, in front of you. Speaking of your team, Dominic Reyes coming to your gym. We spoke to him yesterday. He talked about all the things that you've helped him with. And I just wondered for you, how nice has it been for this camp having another guy in your weight class that's in the top 10? And what has it done for you?
Like I say, it's an amazing thing. We go over there, we train, we spar. Of course, we know how to train very well, but we go hard, man. We go hard, we train hard, and we motivate each other. It's amazing, Me being the old dog in the middle of those legends, Alex Pereira, Wellington Turma, Dominic Reyes, getting ready for his fight. I gotta be sharp. I gotta be on my toes all the time.
And for this one, I guess, what do you think the biggest mistakes were that you made last time? I know everybody kind of talked about the choice to try to pull a guillotine there at the end, but do you think that there were things that you could have done beyond that, tweaks that you could make, and was there anything specific that jumped out to you?
Yeah, the guillotine was not a mistake. The mistake was me turning around over there and not be aware of that, that choke could happen. That was the mistake. He's slicking in. He was slick about it, and the choke sink in, and it was the 5th round. I didn't have time to defend. That was the mistake. But other than that, I always try, man. I try the guillotine. Is trying to finish fight, So, and that happens. You go with like a high-level fighter. Not everything that you're gonna throw is gonna knock him out. It would be nice if that happens. Go for the guillotine. I see that's my style. I try to finish the fight from the beginning to end. If I see the open, I go for what's going to happen next, whatever. I deal with it. And he didn't finish me right after that. And later on, there was a 5th round, and that happens, But it's a situation that we got to focus on and control the fight a little better, and that's it.
I feel like even though it was a loss, again, you kind of built your popularity even further, the respect people have for you, and just the heart you showed in that fight. So how rewarding has it been this last, couple of fights of, your career, to see after all the work you've put in to finally have a massive fan base and get respect from everybody around the community?
Yeah, it's amazing, I love to fight. I love to go over there, put up a great fight. I'm not a guy over here that talks a lot and push people and break things around to sell the fight. So I need to go over there and fight my ass off, and that's what I do. And I appreciate all the people that like my style of fighting.
You've trained with, over here on your left, you've trained with a number of legendary strikers in this sport, Chuck, Pereira. Who has hit you the hardest in training? Not in a fight, just in training.
I mean, it's different because they don't, none of them, we don't go hard. You can't go hard. But, like, for sure, Alex, the hardest hitter, no doubt about it. That guy, even if he's like a touch, you feel his punch, He's no doubt about it. He's the hardest hitter, But in sparring, it's been different time. They both have incredible timing. I keep telling people, I even told you, Chuck, like a year ago, we went over there, Black House, we trained with Chuck, and I say, I called Chuck and I said, you need to come over here and train with this guy. He's have a lot of your style, his timing is perfect, but he have more power, no doubt about it.
And even in the older days when people still kind of sparred hard, you never really got into hard sparring when you were in your younger portion of your career?
No, we got your hard sparring, but like we talk about Chuck and Alex here. Alex is definitely the hardest hitter I ever work with. Definitely, no doubt about it. But we go to different. Like Chuck was never. We train each other. We don't fight each other. But it's been time that I go to Holland. I go to Pedro Rizzo camp over there. Some guy come and they trying to prove a point or they trying to go hard. Then we go hard. You have to. It's time they go hard. But that's not the way to train. I wouldn't be fighting over here 43 years old if I just go hard and spar. I've been sparring for 20 years. And most of my fights now is sparring drills, but it can't go, like I say, you can't go full power with Alex Pereira, man. It's not a good choice. If he go hard, he wouldn't be there. I'll be say, hey, Alex, I cannot train over here, man. You train too hard. Go away.
Oi, Glover, tudo bom? I'm going to say in Portuguese, okay, guys? If you guys need it, I can translate it after. Glover, eu perguntei pro Prochazka e ele me respondeu com cara de pouquíssimos amigos da luta no Rio. Eu falei, estava tendo conversa de uma luta no Rio e você disse não. Ele falou que não, que estava realmente tendo conversa e que ele negou a luta lá no Rio. Como que você vê essa luta agora, a revanche? Você acabou de falar que você gosta de Vegas também, né? Como que você vê a revanche se desenrolando?
Eu vejo eu ganhando essa luta, focadaço, treinadaço, chegar lá e fazer o que eu fiz na última luta e só os últimos 28 segundos ficar mais esperto. Se eu tiver que correr no octagon, eu corro. Não, isso aí nunca vai acontecer. Estou brincando. A verdade, eu vou sempre para finalizar. O segredo agora é finalizar antes do quinto round, entendeu? É focar nisso aí, como eu estou falando, alguns detalhes e entrar preparado.
Boa. E a luta do Poatan com a Adesanya?
A luta do Poatan com a Adesanya é aqui, cara, é essa ansiedade. Estou ansioso como todos, estou muito confiante, estou muito feliz com a performance do Poatan na academia os últimos dias. Estamos fazendo 5 rounds direto e o cara está terminando os 5 rounds pronto para fazer mais 2. Isso com caras diferentes. Ele trouxe o Ussuri Bulgari, trouxe o Fanelli Feliz Júnior, que é um tremendo box, com turma, comigo, e o cara está ótimo. Não vejo essa luta indo de outro jeito.
Então a gente vai ganhar sábado e depois vamos para Vegas ganhar juntos de novo.
É isso aí. Valeu, obrigado.
Yeah, I asked about the Rio fight. because we knew they were in talks, and how Glover sees the rematch going. He said as long as it doesn't try to finish him in the last 28 seconds, he should be okay.